The first Lodestar was built in Tonawanda, New York in February 1955. Since its inception, the Lodestar has been known as the industry's workhorse. In continuing this tradition, we are proud to introduce the next generation Lodestar. During this session, I'll point out some changes we made to make this great hoist even better. Let's take a look at the improvements and modifications incorporated into the next generation Lodestar. We will discuss the following topics: external changes, mechanical changes, electrical changes, performance of the hoist, standards and compliance, and last but not least, cost of ownership. The most noticeable external change and the easiest way to tell a classic Lodestar from a next generation Lodestar is the series label and capacity label. The hoist is still the same recognizable CM orange in color, but the labels on the next generation Lodestar are black with white lettering and an orange stripe. The classic Lodestar has a white label with black lettering and an orange stripe. The suspensions are also different for the next generation Lodestar. The adapter is wider and longer with the addition of a drain hole to allow water to escape in the event the hoist is used in an inverted position. The length of both frame sizes has also increased 2.5 inches longer on the large frame and 2 inches on the small frame. The unit weight has also increased on both frames. Weight increase on a small frame is approximately 6 pounds. The repositioning of components within the drivetrain shifted the center of gravity, resulting in a need for a counterweight on the V2 for balance, which is approximately a 15-pound increase. The standard configuration for a next-generation Lodestar has also changed. A standard unit will now include a rigid hook suspension attached, fabric chain container, weatherproofing, and zinc-plated load chain. If you prefer to purchase a hoist with any of these items removed or alternative features added, we are able to provide any configuration you desire. The first mechanical change is the lift wheel. The classic Lodestar has a 4-pocket lift wheel. The next generation Lodestar is equipped with a 5-pocket lift wheel. Performance benefits resulting from this change include improved chain wear due to less load stress on the chain, less vibration of the chain, and smoother chain transition over the lift wheel. We've also added seals on both sides of the lift wheel to prevent any migration of grease or other contaminants from migrating down the shaft and into the hoist. In addition, the dry shaft is now pressed into the back frame to provide a tighter tolerance and a smoother rotation of the shaft and adjacent components in the gear train during operation. The gearing has also changed. The classic Lodestar has both helical and spur gears in the transmission. The next generation Lodestar has all helical gearing. The quality class of this gearing is now AGMA 8, where the classic Lodestar has an AGMA 4 rating. The new gearing provides longer life, quiet operation, and an efficient, dependable transmission. The gear timing required on the classic Lodestar is no longer a requirement on the next generation Lodestar. With the addition of a new larger lift wheel comes the need for a larger chain guide. They are the same robust stamped steel chain guides with the addition of a polymer coating for quiet operation and corrosion resistance. One of the biggest changes in design on the next generation Lodestar versus the classic Lodestar is the repositioning of the overload clutch outside the transmission and out of the load path. You will notice the old clutch location and the position of the next generation Lodestar clutch illustrated here. The clutch on the classic unit is integrated into the intermediate gear, while the clutch on the new Lodestar has moved out of the intermediate gear and is located outside the load path. The new location makes it much easier to access when it needs to be replaced. The next few slides will demonstrate how these two clutches operate. But first, let me show you what is meant by the clutch being outside of the load path. On the classic Lodestar, the clutch is a part of the intermediate gear. The blue line illustrates how the brake is connected to the load through the clutch. Now a view of the new Lodestar. Again, the blue line illustrates the load path. Since the clutch is located outside the load path, the brake has a direct connection to the load. Now let's show how the clutches work. This is an illustration of the classic Lodestar, where the clutch is integral to the intermediate gear. When the operator pushes the up button on the pendant, power is applied to the hoist. Almost immediately, the brake is energized and opens. The entire drivetrain begins to rotate, and the load begins to lift off the ground. Even though the clutch on the new Lodestar is located outside of the load path, the same sequence of operations occurs when a user operates the hoist. Power is applied, the brake opens, the drivetrain rotates, and the load lifts. When an operator tries to lift a load that is greater than the hoist rated capacity, the clutch will slip. This is true for the clutch on both the classic and the new Lodestar hoists. When the lift is complete and the operator removes power from the unit, the hoist brake engages and holds the load. Again, this is true for both clutch designs. The only operational difference in clutch operations occurs when enough weight is added to an already suspended load to overload the hoist. Let me illustrate this scenario. So going back to the classic Lodestar design, when a suspended load has weight added and overloads the clutch, it will start slipping and the hoist will no longer lift the load. When the operator removes power from the hoist, the brake engages. During an overload, since the intermediate gear and clutch are connected to the intermediate shaft, the clutch will slip, breaking the connection of the load with the brake. You will see the lift wheel and the intermediate shaft rotating in a controlled manner even though the brake is set and closed. Now let's look at the new Lodestar clutch. Again, we're reviewing the scenario when enough weight is added to an already suspended load to overload the hoist. When the clutch is overloaded, like in the classic Lodestar, the clutch will start to slip. When the operator removes power, the hoist brake engages. Since the clutch is no longer a part of the intermediate gear and located out of the load path, the load has direct connection to the brake and is no longer affected by the clutch location. The classic Lodestar clutch has been a standard in the industry for over 55 years and is still going strong. Its robust design allows the Lodestar to meet or exceed ANSI and ASME standards and become the most widely used ECH hoist in the world. The updated design and location of the new Lodestar clutch is just one way we're working to make a great product even better. The next generation Lodestar has a new DC electrical brake included with all units as standard. The brake has many benefits over the AC electrical brake offered in the classic Lodestar. The brake requires less maintenance, is quiet in operation, has a much improved brake life over the AC brake, and has a double brake option that can be ordered from the factory or retrofitted to units in the field. Changes in the electrical panels include the addition of terminal strip connections for ease of wiring and traceability. The option of fuse inserts or shunts into the terminal block allows for the easy addition of fuses to protect the primary of the transformer. The secondary of the transformer is fused as standard. Components are mounted on DIN rail for quick replacement if needed. Hoist motors are now equipped with a thermal overload click-on switch as a standard feature to protect the motor from overheating. Let's look at the performance enhancements this next generation Lodestar has over the classic Lodestar. Duty cycle for this hoist is increased from H4 to H4+. H4 duty is classified as 50% duty at 65% rated capacity at 300 starts per hour. This next generation Lodestar has shown a dramatic increase in duty cycle, with some models showing as high as 90% duty. Chain life has improved with the new 5-pocket lift wheel, and the electric DC brake provides longer brake life and improved durability. Gear life is improved with the use of all helical AGMA Class 8 gears. The new clutch location provides improved load control and ease of maintenance. All of the new components and improvements to the new Lodestar have shown to reduce sound pressure by 85% compared to its classic counterpart. For instance, a classic Model L 1 ton measured 92 decibels, while the new Lodestar measured only 70 decibels. The new Lodestar meets all of the above standards. The CSA US certification will provide this hoist with an NRTL mark as standard. The new Lodestar is also certified to meet the ROHS standard. Unlike some of the competitive hoists on the market which claim to be ROHS compliant, all components on the new Lodestar have been analyzed for compliance and ensure we meet this standard. The cost of ownership for the new Lodestar is much lower than our competitors. One aspect is the lower cost of maintenance. Not only is it easier to maintain, but there's less maintenance required. For example, the overhead clutch location allows for the replacement without tearing down of the gear case. It now only takes 10 minutes to change the clutch versus 2 hours plus to completely tear down the hoist. The new DC electric brake is maintenance-free. No adjustments needed, period. The open access of our electrical panel allows for easy inspection or troubleshooting. DIN rail-mounted components allow for easy replacement. Lastly, our gear case is lifetime grease-filled and maintenance-free. No oil changes or maintenance are ever required. Why purchase the new Lodestar? When you purchase a Lodestar, you are purchasing the most widely used hoist in the industry. The Lodestar is and will continue to be the most innovative, highest quality hoist you will ever purchase. The design changes we've made make the hoist even more durable with a smooth operation. We stand behind our hoist with a lifetime warranty. It will help you increase facility uptime for you or your customer. The duty cycles allow this hoist to be used flawlessly in almost any application. And when you do have maintenance, we've updated the design to make it easy and faster to complete, keeping your facility up and running. You will also save money since there's less maintenance to complete on this hoist. We've also designed the hoist with maximum efficiency in mind. We use high-efficiency motors that use less energy and will help reduce your electric bill. Thank you for your time today to learn more about our new Lodestar. For more information about Columbus McKinnon, come visit us on our social channels. You can subscribe to us on our blog at cmcolive.com. You can connect with us on Twitter at CMCOLive. We would love to hear from you. Come visit our Facebook fan page by searching for Columbus McKinnon on Facebook. Our channel on YouTube is also under Columbus McKinnon. And lastly, to check us out on our website, you can find us at cmworks.com. Thank you again, and we look forward to hearing from you.